In this episode, we play What's the Word? I have no f***ing idea what words we talked about, but if you listen to the episode, you'll find out.
And on the flip side, we answer your community taker questions. More specifically, we'll tell you what our death row meal would be. Could we survive one more weekend in college? And fellas, if you're wondering when to buy your girl flowers, just listen to us. Mike, hit the music.
Everyone, welcome back to our favorite podcast, the Funny Business Podcast. There's no other podcast other than the Funny Business Podcast. I mean, there's others, but it's okay. Ours is our favorite. I am Mike Gambita, and alongside with me is my best friend, my roommate for life, the other person who likes the Funny Business Podcast, Mr. Matt Summers. Matt, how are you? How are things?
I love the Funny Business Podcast. Reason number 6,429 why I love the Funny Business Podcast. It got us together every week. You know, we get to spend time with each other. We get to spend time with our listeners, which we love. Thank you all so much for your support. I'm doing well. Really not much to complain about on my end. What about you?
We could complain about a lot of things here, but we got to keep it positive. We got to keep it uptight, positive mental attitude. We're in it to win it.
In it to win it, yes. Longer than a minute.
Do you remember Minute to Win It?
Like the TV show?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched. I mean, I know like Minute to Win It games, but I don't think I ever watched the actual show when it was on TV.
If you could think of like one game show that's not Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy, that was like a moment of time in your childhood, middle school, high school, like, what do you think? Or Price is Right, either.
Press your luck.
Press your luck.
Press your luck with the whammies. Whammy.
Yes.
The best.
Whammy.
Yeah, we used to go over my grandparents' house. They'd have it on. They'd have Game Show Network on all the time. So like, Press Your Luck, Chain Link. No, The Weakest Link.
Chain Reaction.
The Weakest Link was great. Yeah, so many good ones. Game Show Network, very underrated.
Yeah. No, it was Dog Eat Dog that came up this past weekend.
Oh my gosh. What a show.
So it was really funny because the Game Show Network was on in one of the televisions, and this game Tic-Tac-Toe is on the Game Show Network now.
I'm not familiar.
And
I know Tic-Tac-Toe, but...
Well, Matt, in today's episode, we're going to play a game of Tic-Tac-Toe. The game show had a host, and I thought to myself, I'm like, this person looks really familiar, and like her intonation is really... somebody I remember, and it was Brooke Burns, the same person who hosted Dog Eat Dog.
Oh, I mean, I feel like a lot of game shows, like you go from like one to the next, one to the next. Not like the bigger names, obviously, like Family Feud, no. Wheel of Fortune, no. Well, Ryan Seacrest hosts Wheel of Fortune. But a lot of like, the smaller ones, I feel like they rotate hosts pretty often.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That could be false, but that's Funny Business TV for you.
That is. And we are technically television in a way. We're here every week, so
that's true.
All right, Matt. Something that keeps coming around, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, is we're gonna play a game of What's the Word?
Everybody's favorite.
Everyone's favorite. Now, if it isn't your favorite yet, let me tell you. So this is usually what happens when it's a slow news week. I will go on randomwordgenerator.com. On the website, it is literally a random word generator. I will find a click and Matt to start off, of course. But before I do that, I have something super special to ask you, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, I have always, I think, done word size by 4 letters. You get to determine how many letters we're doing in this episode of What's the Word?
Like how many letters per word?
Yeah, how many letters for each word that will be generated?
Let's go 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. And as tradition, Matt tells me how many first clicks I need to do. Matt, how many clicks should I do?
We are going to go with the number 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Matt, are you ready for the first word of What's the Word?
Already hearing voices.
Already hearing voices. Well, the first word is velvet.
I hate velvet. Can't stand it.
This is where it goes. Do you mean the fabric or do you mean like velvet cake?
Well, ironically, I don't hate velvet cake, but like red velvet cake it's just chocolate. I was referring to the fabric. I can't stand it.
Okay. All right. I feel like I can never get behind red velvet cake. I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree.
Me neither. I agree.
It's just chocolate cake, and then it's got like food coloring that's not good for you in it. So what's the point of it?
So tell me about the velvet. Let me tell about the velvet. Like, what makes you not like the material velvet?
I don't like the way it feels. I don't know if I've ever worn like a whole velvet outfit. It looks like you just sweat constantly. I would have to imagine. Have you ever worn velvet before?
Not that I recall.
Neither of us strike me as a velvet guy. Like, I think there's velvet people out there.
Yeah.
We do not qualify under the category of would look good wearing velvet.
Mm-hmm.
We don't fit that.
The clothing store, the suit shop that we had to take a redirect in my wedding. There was velvet suits there, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. They didn't make me try anything on.
No. All right, moving on. Winter.
Where do you rank winter in your favorite seasons of the year?
Last.
Same. Sucks.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I am going to sound like a total white guy, but I feel like we had a mild winter this year.
That is a very white guy thing for you to say.
Yep.
Thank you for recognizing that. And I will agree. We did have a very mild winter. It was cold. It was a cold winter, but we didn't get a ton of snow.
I think it was revealing when April came around and it started to get warmer than usual, and it didn't drop anything below, like saying like, okay, like we have some nice days in April, but it's going to drop down to like 32 degrees again. That didn't happen. It stayed.
It did, but in a weird way, like April and May switched weathers this year. Like, we got a lot of rain in May. We usually should get the April showers. Not a lot of May flowers right now. It's just a lot of like wet ground.
Yeah. It's very wet.
Yeah, extremely wet.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody's grass that needs to grow is growing.
Yes.
Matt, moving on. Forbid.
Do you ever like jokingly make a joke that like you forbid someone to do something that like something stupid and obvious? You're like, I forbid you to do that. It's kind of funny.
Like casual language, like, oh, I forbid you to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Not off the top of my head, but I definitely know there was some points where like, I forbid.
Yeah. I feel like the other night, so April was looking for a snack, and I was like, I forbid you to open that fridge. She was like, what? I was like, I don't know. Just came out of my mouth.
I was gonna try to say like what is one thing you forbid personally, but that's too deep to discuss.
Well, we disavow a lot of things. That's kind of like forbidding.
We do disavow a lot of things.
Haven't disavowed anything recently. We got to bring that back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to scrub each episode and try to figure out what we forbid in all the in all of time.
Yeah, somebody do that for us, please.
Please, or some AI thing. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I actually, so funny enough you bring that up, I asked ChatGPT to give us information on the Funny Business podcast a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I think it just pulled our like description from Spotify. That was it.
Yeah, it's usually what it does.
Yeah, but I thought it'd have, I don't know, a little more. It did recommend some podcast episodes, like random ones. So that was kind of cool. Yeah. Did I save it? I don't remember. I don't think it did. Pulling up ChatGPT. I'm not signed in, so it wouldn't save. So there we go. Great podcasting.
Right. Well, let's ask him while he's here, shall we?
Yep. I'm ready.
Hey ChatGPT, what podcast episodes would you recommend for the Funny Business podcast with Matt and Mike?
Hey Mike, for the Funny Business podcast, I'd recommend episodes that highlight a good mix of
Hello?
Hey Mike, how's it going?
Continue.
Sure thing. What's on your mind today?
Literally what I just asked you.
Got it. So, the phrase embarking on tomorrow's leaders has a nice forward-thinking ring to it. It emphasizes growth and the future.
Wait, stop. Where are you getting this from? I asked you, what would you recommend to listen to for the Funny Business podcast with Matt and Mike?
Oh, gotcha. If you're looking for a fun recommendation, you could dive into a trending pop culture topic or a quirk.
Okay, he's drunk. Go home.
I think we broke ChatGPT. That was unbelievable.
I think he was confused because me being it knows it's me, Mike, and it knows I run the Funny Business podcast. So he's probably like, why are you asking recommendations when you run the podcast? Like, that's probably why.
You also didn't say please or thank you.
Yeah, which is costing, I think, OpenAI thousands or millions. I forget what that news article said, but you're not supposed to, apparently.
I thought you are, because that it then likes you more. How does saying please and thank you cost them millions? Does every time
because it generates some type of hardware or GPU, CPU, like it causes more electricity to be used.
That's some funny business science I can't understand.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Double
down came up to my head.
Okay. Double down on what? What are we doubling down on?
Blackjack. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I feel like just you should always double down on your like beliefs. Double down on your hot takes that you got on the internet. Like if you're gonna take the balls to put something on social media like that you strongly believe on, I think you gotta back it up.
I am doubling down on if you upload a video to YouTube, you do not need to put in the title video because it is a fucking video.
Yeah, but what if it's a slideshow?
You literally put something like celebration of life of such and such, or you don't put slideshow because it's a video.
Imagine going on YouTube, it's like, oh, sick, this is a video. I can watch this one.
Yeah. What is this? Is this a video? Oh, shit.
This isn't Instagram.
Instagram? Okay. Helmets.
I had a question for you. So when we played baseball growing up,
yes, we did.
We had helmets with double ear flaps, right?
Yep.
In the majors, a lot of guys just wear the front one.
Yep.
Would you have ever considered wearing just the front one?
That's a great question.
I don't think
Matthew.
I would have, because it looks like they fall off a lot.
Yeah.
And I used to like slide and like run like as fast as I can, like around the field. It would fly off all the time, I feel.
I definitely think there's more protection in having both ear cups, and I say that like it's not already obvious, but you could get hit with the ball on the field, and if you are looking the wrong way, you're going to get clocked.
Yeah, no, I agree. I never understood why that was a thing, and if it was a thing, why is it different in the majors than Little League? That never made sense to me.
Yeah, well, they're professionals.
Yeah, quote unquote.
All right, Matt, we'll do two more.
Okay.
Wealth. Let me ask you this. What do you consider rich?
I'm going to answer it differently from rich in just terms of money, because I think obviously rich in terms of money is having enough money you don't have to worry about finances.
My point. Yep. Exactly where I'm going.
Okay. But in terms of rich of life, I would say having I don't want to say like the perfect life, but having a life you've always dreamed of.
Okay.
That could be like married with a number of kids, X number of kids, in X location with X job, with so whatever house you kind of want, or like vacation home you have, retirement fund, all of those things kind of joining together. I think that I would consider that rich.
Okay.
What about you?
Being happy with yourself. And I think recognizing when the recognition of you being happy with yourself, because I think some people get so lost in other things that they need to find themselves first before they can work with other things. And they always say that, like relationship advice, you need to love yourself first before loving others. That's the goddamn truth. Like if you don't love you, then somebody else can't, because you don't love you. And then that's making yourself less authentic.
Yeah, it is. I don't even think it's like corny to say you got to love yourself first. So like you said, it's the truth. You need to be happy with yourself and comfortable in your own skin, and then when you reach that level, then the rest will kind of fall into place.
I love me. I love myself. I don't need anybody else. I love me.
Who sings that?
What?
Who sings that? I'm asking. I don't know. Who sings
I
that song. I know. I'm asking you. I don't know who sings that song.
I don't know that.
Just answer the question.
Haley Seinfeld.
You know who sings that song?
Haley Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I'm double checking for
current girlfriend of Bill's quarterback, Josh Allen.
Haley Seinfeld. Look at me with my knowledge.
There you go.
Big brain, baby.
Good job.
All right, Matt.
Although just let her sing the song next.
We're gonna do apparently 68 letters for this last one. We're gonna do 8 letters. 69. What do you think? 14 words, Matt? 14 letters, sorry.
14 words and random sentence generator. Yeah, 14 is fine. Caterpillar.
Okay, here we go. The only words that are generating are don't want to generate that one.
Type it in chat, please.
Yeah.
This. Oh, shit. Never mind.
Nope. I guess constitutional. Never mind. We're not going to do that either, especially today's word. Okay. I will admit.
How about we go to 12 letters?
Okay, 12 letters. I will admit what I sent to Matt. It was discrimination, and I don't think we want to talk about that.
No.
Okay.
Nope. I'll pass on both.
Last word, disagreement.
Oh, good one.
You ready for this one?
Yeah, give it to me.
What do you think our biggest disagreement was ever?
It's a good question. It's a great question. We haven't had many disagreements, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you got?
Trying to think back to like college.
Yeah.
Or, like doing the podcast.
I think we actually just like each other. That might be the answer.
Perfect fairy tale. Perfect way to start off your best man speech. Mike and I just like each other.
Yeah, it's two guys hanging around.
Dudes. I love them so much.
Just starts bawling my eyes out. You have always been a friend. Always.
My friend.
I might have spilled milk in my beard during your best man speech.
Milk was a bad choice. And that's what's the word. We had no technical difficulties whatsoever. And there wasn't going to be any other further discussion about how wonderful the wedding is going to be. But thought I'd just wrap it up here. Matt, final thoughts on disagreeing with people.
Yeah, I'm glad we can come back. Mike and I we're crying of how beautiful it's going to be. It's such a gorgeous day. Disagreeing with people is fine. I think that's part of life. You have to learn how to disagree with your friends, with your families, with coworkers, with strangers. That doesn't mean they're enemies. It just means you don't see eye to eye on everything, and that is okay.
A-okay.
A-okay. And with that, we'll slide on in. Second half of the show with some community take-it questions. This is now maybe my favorite segment we have because y'all have been great sending the submissions. Let's dive into it. First one. What do you think is harder, flying a large plane or steering a large cruise ship?
I think each of them have its challenges. I feel as though a cruise ship is harder than a large plane because
The reason behind that.
I feel like many of times the cruise ship, like it's not, and again, I've never been on a cruise ship before, but traditionally speaking on like the deck, like it's not up at the top and they can see everything. Like it's usually to the side or like somewhere that's like, I don't want to say invisible, but like they can see below and they can see like one side of the boat, cruise ship. They don't see the other side, but that's done by cameras. And I think it doesn't go faster than, God, I don't even know. But like a plane, I feel like a plane, you kind of have a little bit more control because you're in the front, you're kind of steering it. And it's almost like walking. Like you're front facing, you're forward and you're flying, soaring. I know I screwed up the words to that famous song.
Yeah, we're breaking free.
I'm breaking free.
Have you considered the fact that you don't have to land a cruise ship because it's already in the water? You have to land a plane on the ground.
You have to land a plane on the ground, but you also have to steer a cruise ship and not crash it into anything.
Yeah, but you just turn the wheel the other way.
Matt, did you watch Titanic?
Nope.
Oh,
Did not.
I don't want to spoil it for you. Bye.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah. Yeah, we're not past what the 60-year anniversary. We can't spoil anything past 60 years.
I've said that joke way too many times on the show.
I think they're both hard because I feel like the answer is airplane, but then steering a big cruise ship in the middle of the ocean can't be easy, especially if there's like really big waves. Like how do you drive in like the ocean when it can just take you in any direction you want? But at the same time, I can't land a plane. 0% chance.
You can't, Matt. You can't.
I think I could take off.
You can't drive a cruise ship either, Matt.
Yeah, but again, the cruise ship's already in the water.
Okay.
You just got to steer it.
Okay.
The plane, you actually have to. You can't just smack on the ground.
It just slaps on the ground.
Yeah. Did you see the video of the Brooklyn Bridge incident?
I did.
That was wild.
Wild.
I saw allegedly they lost power. That's why it happened.
I didn't get any of those reports, but it looked pretty. There was 2 people that died, which a little scary.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that I didn't understand was like there were so many people just standing on like the here. I don't even know if you want to call it. And then they moved out last second. If I see that thing coming at me or like gonna hit the bridge, I'm booking it. I'm not staying in there.
Yeah.
That was a crazy part to me.
The bystander effect.
Yeah. Wild. All right, moving on. What are your guys' thoughts on how often you should get a new phone? Should I always run it into the ground or stay up to date with new changes? I will let the technology expert this question.
I propose that you should at least be in the phone, for instance, you should be in the phone family that has the latest update. So by way of which the current version iOS 18, I think I'm correct.
That sounds correct.
Let me double check. Let me funny business fact check it.
Funny business fact check, you are correct.
Yep. So the 18.5 is coming out, but iOS 18, the oldest phone that can receive that is the iPhone 10R. So anything that is released from the iPhone 10R and above, you should probably stay in that range. But that doesn't mean you get the iPhone 16. You can get like an iPhone 12. You can get an iPhone 15. You can get an iPhone 11, 12. You can get in that family because it allows those updates. But if you're like at an iPhone 10 or iPhone 6S, probably would be a good reason for you to upgrade because it just, you're in the family. And there's nothing that beats family.
Family is everything. That's a fact. I agree. I don't think you always need to have the latest and greatest. Like the people that get a new phone every year, that's such an inconvenience. Try to update everything and like that doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah.
And recently there hasn't been like a new iPhone that's like a whole new phone. Like there's been some good changes and upgrades, yes, for sure. The cameras have gotten better. You don't need constantly changing phones. That's crazy.
It is allegedly speaking that this phone coming out will change per se.
Oh.
The reports are that the iPhone will be very thin.
Yeah, I think it's already pretty thin.
It's going to get thinner, which is crazy.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. You know what I always thought we should have? You know the phones from Zoe 101 that look like
pear phones?
Pears or whatever?
Yeah, the pear phones.
We need an Apple phone that's like a sliced apple, or like the Apple logo. We need it. That'd be awesome.
Tim Apple to work on it.
That show is one of the shows that like I wish I could have lived in real life. At campus, just the plot. It was at Zoe 101 is a top tier show.
Trivia time. Where was Zoe 101 filmed? What university?
Ooh, that's a good question. I actually don't know this. Can I get the state?
California.
UCLA.
Nope. Incorrect.
I don't know.
Pepperdine University.
Oh, interesting. That's a fun fact. It's a good one. You see me standing here. Do I look good, my dear?
It's dripping, y'all.
Do I look good today? What's your death row meal?
All right.
One app, one entree, one dessert, one drink.
Oh, okay.
Now, I have a question before we give our answers. So just so we're both on the same page.
Okay.
Can we go specific? Like, can I go a specific item, for example, from like Popeyes, or are we just going generic food overall?
We can, no, it's your final meal. Of course you should have. Now, we'll say in some of these cases, you are limited to a menu, but if we are going to die and we get a choice of unlimited options, let's focus on the specifics
here. This is a podcast, and this is our podcast. We can do what we want.
Yeah. The anarchy, okay? Appetizer.
You want to go? All right, we'll go. Yeah, so what's your app?
Chips and queso.
That's a good one. Are you going from a specific place?
Yeah, I gotta go Moe's. I feel like I have to.
Correct. All right.
And
yes, you do.
And like a cup of queso, and I can refill on the chips if I need to finish it off.
Okay, that's fair. That's good. I don't think I'm gonna go with something specific, and I'm not gonna count wings as an app. So I tend to don't eat wings as an app now. I just eat them like as a meal. Yeah. So my app is going to be Pigs in a Blanket.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you kind of have to.
Go on Pigs in a Blanket. You have to. I was gonna go mozzarella sticks, but a perfectly cooked Pigs in a Blanket is nothing better.
Yeah, that is good.
Your entree.
So this is tough because I'm bouncing between buffalo chicken pizza. Maybe I'm not bouncing anywhere else. Maybe that's my entree.
Sounds like it is.
I want a large buffalo chicken pizza at this place called Pizza Bella, and I want a large, but I also want like two cups of blue cheese on the side. Because oh my god, I miss that so much.
You're a blue cheese guy.
I'm a blue cheese and a ranch guy.
No. Pick one. Absolutely not. No. Don't give me that bullshit. You gotta pick one.
I can't do that, Matt.
Yes, you can. You can't be both. You
Yes,
can't
I
be
can.
both. Nope.
Matt.
And actually,
two
you
different
just
things.
confirmed it. No, you can't have your cake. Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Is that what it is? No.
You can't have your cake and eat it
What's
too.
the saying? Yeah, okay, I was right. You can't be on both sides.
Yes, I can.
And you just confirmed it by saying you want blue cheese with it, so you're a blue cheese guy.
Because that's what they give you, Matt.
Yeah, but you can ask for ranch.
I don't ask for it. They give it to me.
Because you're a blue cheese guy.
Oh my god.
My entree. This is tough one. I'm going to go traditional Philly cheesesteak, like seeded roll, toasted, Cooper sharp cheese, and I guess peppers and onions too. Yeah.
Do you want to know what my runner-up was?
Yeah.
The Chipotle chicken cheesesteak from Jersey Mike's, but instead of a half, I want a full.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jersey Mike's just rocks.
Yeah.
Dessert. I'm trying to think of like a specific dessert.
Ice cream.
That might be all right, yeah, but you gotta be more specific than ice cream.
I want a brownie sundae with a brownie, chocolate peanut butter ice cream, hot fudge, and chocolate sprinkles.
That's a good one. It's a very, very good one. I'm going to go frozen yogurt. So we're gonna go vanilla frozen yogurt base with hot fudge, cookie dough pieces, marshmallow, graham cracker, and let's go I'm trying to think of like a fruit option. You know what? We'll go with like a strawberry sauce on top too.
Okay.
Yeah, mini M&Ms as well. The best.
Can't forget the
most superior M&M there is. Never. What's your drink? So there's like, do you go alcoholic? Do you go non-alcoholic? It's a big choice.
Can we not pick two, but can we identify two?
Okay, what's your one non-alcoholic drink?
Diet Pepsi.
Okay. I should have seen that coming, actually. I didn't know where you were going to go with that. Hand up. I gotta be better there. I am going a large Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
Oh.
Specifically from Taco Bell. The stuff in the cans in the stores is not legit. That's not Baja Blast. You buy that stuff, you're a criminal. What's your alcoholic drink?
I am going with a King Julius from Treehouse Brewing Company up in Charlton, Massachusetts.
Okay. Choice. I have no other choice. And they go with one of my mother's homemade margaritas.
That'd be kind of nice.
That's a great way to start off.
That'd be nice before you die, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'll be so hammered, I don't know what's going on.
I am so excited because I got another 24-pack of Treehouse that's coming to my house soon. So excited.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
I love that. I love that for you. What's one sport you never played that you think you would be good at?
Ooh.
I may have said this before on the show, and it's gonna make you really mad, but soccer, I would be good at. I would be good at soccer.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's tough because I played soccer, basketball, baseball. I played golf.
Gotta think outside the box.
Yeah, lacrosse. I don't know why. Not saying I'd be good at it. But I would like to play it because I watched a lacrosse. What?
The question is, what's one sport you never played that you think you would be good at?
Never mind. I'm going to admit that. Hold up. Wait a minute. Shit.
Can I throw another one out there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pickleball.
Okay.
I think I would dominate at pickleball.
Okay. My God.
That is a stumper.
It's a stumper. Am I thinking of the right thing? Okay. You ready?
No. I got you.
Okay. Really, my first thought was futsal, which is a small-sided, fast-paced version of association football played indoors on the hard court. Soccer. You uncultured swine.
Okay.
It's indoor soccer. But shit, where did that go? Oh my God, I literally thought of it. What the hell? Why is this so hard? Slam ball.
Great answer. Phenomenal answer. Did not expect that out of you. Didn't know where you were going. We got to find a place to play slam ball.
So it is trampoline basketball for those who don't know. But my dad attached a toy basketball hoop to our caged trampoline. And dude, we were throwing 360s. We were throwing between the legs. It was amazing.
I love that for you. Speaking of, there is a like high hanging ropes course like facility near you. I will text it to you.
Okay.
We have to double date there at some point.
Just
Like,
date each other.
No, it's awesome. Moving on. Could you survive one weekend right now living like you used to spend in college? That includes going out, maybe eating unhealthy, etc. So 29-year-olds us have one Thursday starting at like 4 p.m. to Sunday at 7 p.m. Could we survive?
And I tell you, I think I still got it. Not gonna lie.
I that's a lot of confidence. I don't think I do.
I mean, my tendencies were a little less aggressive than others people's tendencies. I mean, I would probably take a nap, which is not normal. It's normal, but I think probably, dude, we're gonna have to figure it out at the bachelor party. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
yeah,
we're
no,
gonna figure
it's
that
already
out.
in the back of my head. It's already in that Monday morning is gonna suck. That is going to suck bad. Luckily, though, with the new little wrinkle edition that we just added, Sunday shouldn't get too wild.
You know, it would be absolutely insane. I'm throwing this out there.
Yeah,
We do a podcast at the bachelor party.
Sure. Yeah, let's figure it out.
I have enough microphones to make this happen. So.
Okay, that'd be cool. I'm down for that. This one might be really quick. This was the last minute submission. Thoughts on Miss Shirley?
Miss Shirley?
Yeah, have you seen Miss Shirley? It's a very, very young girl who was on the Ellen show. I guess taking the internet by storm. That's all I know.
My thoughts on Miss Shirley, I don't know because I don't know her that well.
There you go. That's the official funny business statement on Miss Shirley is I don't know. There it is. Put it on a quote card.
Gosh.
I got one more. Fellas, how often should I buy my girlfriend flowers? Not special occasion flowers, just out of the blue flowers. So, like, obviously, he's not talking about like birthday or like anniversary. Just like how often out of the blue? Yes, yes. How many times should you do it?
Unintentional flowers.
Yes, unexpected.
I think you got to feel it, man. I get the best response when it's unintentional. When it's literally like in my stomach of like I should get flowers, like, and nothing happened where like I need to make up for something or there's something coming up. I think it is very much so like I should get flowers. Once you have that little voice, go. And I'll say this man is looking, not saying that, you know, you should get the best flowers, but the expectation of trying to get a dozen roses, I'll tell you from experience, you don't need to get 12 dozen roses every time you buy.
Nope. Variety is the spice of life. There's all kinds of good flowers out there. You gotta spice it up a little bit. I agree 100%. You gotta feel it out. You gotta see, some situations you'll know. But unexpected flowers are the best kind of flowers, I think.
Want to know the last time I gave Jenna flowers?
I do, actually.
Kind of cracked me up. So it was the 1 year anniversary of us being engaged. And we did a couple things. We went for our wedding bands. We went for ice cream. We went to a brewery before, which was phenomenal. And I said to her, I was like, I need to use the bathroom after we got our wedding bands because I was just like totally like just full of it. So I went to the bathroom at the grocery store and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get flowers. And so I bought flowers. I walked out and I'm like, happy 1 year being engaged. And she goes, did you plan that? I said, not really. But then I walked by the flower stand. I'm like, sure, I'll buy some flowers.
I've said it once before. Grocery store flowers are awesome.
Yeah.
That is all the questions we have. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and submitting your questions. Keep them coming. And feel free to just submit them whenever. Just comment, send us messages, text us if you know us. I always keep a log.
Matt keeps the running list in his notes app.
That's a fact.
And tell Matt or DM us on Funny Business Pod on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitch. I know people don't whisper on Twitch, but many people do, which is odd. I won't do anything with it. I'll just say, just talk to Matt about it.
You'll forward them over to me.
Yeah, I'll forward them over.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, speaking of social media, you can find all the other good stuff at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew, what is your advice for the good people, the coworkers, the listeners, the viewers of the Funny Business Podcast?
Before I get through our advice, Mike, do we have a prediction for how we're going to do this week? So Mike and I, as of release of this episode, will have participated in our very first cornhole tournaments. Not Funny Business. Well, it's not hosted by us. We are participating in.
We're having a listener meetup.
Yeah. We are, the team name is Funny Business. We will be wearing our team shirts. Prediction.
Top 5.
Okay. I'm going to say top. I don't know how many teams there are. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll say top 5.
Can you imagine top 5 and there's 5 teams?
Mike, what if we win?
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, we got to just let it happen, Mike.
I need to
be laser focused.
Laser focused. I need to be sober.
What? One beer only.
One beer, literally. And if we don't do well, then it's done.
Yeah, then it's all hands on deck. All hands on the bar.
All hands on the bar.
My advice is this week coming up is Memorial Day, so take time to give thanks and remember all of those we have lost who have fought for us, whether that's family members or friends or people in the community that you know, neighbors, co-workers and their families. Just take some time to remember. It's important.
Yes.
And don't forget the meaning and difference behind Memorial Day and Veterans Day and Armed Forces Day.
Correct.
They're all important, but they'd have different meanings to different people.
Yep, they do. Yeah, wonderful reminder, Matt, and appreciate you sharing that again to our wonderful listeners of the Funny Business World and our viewers.
Always.
So that concludes this episode, and until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.